I'm Hans Baks. I've been a teacher before. I am a former meteorologist of the Royal Netherlands Navy, and I teach everybody else who wanted to know something about meteorology and things like that. So, yeah, that's what I did for about 13 years already. So, weather always interested me and nature. So, I made a career switch in the Navy and went to meteorology. And then went to school in the Navy with the Royal Academy, the Netherlands Weather Forecast Bureau, and the Air Force as well. They teach you also meteorology. So all these educations combined, and then they let me go in the Navy and said, okay, now you're a meteorologist. So I did. I retired, and after my retirement, I started working for a firm. Can I call the name? It's Datema Amsterdam. It was a nautical bookshop, and they provided the school with the books and the triangles and everything else they needed at school. And I worked there for nearly 8 years, 9 years, something like that. So we provided the books at school, and we came here just before the first lesson of the year, and then we were in the canteen, and we always gave out all the books and things like that to the students which ordered one. And so I met Cosmo and Bernd and all the other teachers and things like that. And one day they said, okay, what's your background? And we talk about it and things like that. And I'm a meteorologist, blah, blah, blah. Oh, we are looking for somebody who does kleine zeilvaart. And well, there I am. First sailing experience. We started sailing with a, how do you call it? Platbodem? With colleagues on the Koi, and I also did the cutter regattas with the Navy always. The most fun I had was in the Royal Dutch Navy with the Hydrographic office. I sailed for 3 years on a hydrographic ship, doing weather, of course, and working in charts and things like that. And so that was very fun, very laughable, things like that. Camaraderie was very big, of course. You're a small crew of only 20 people, and sail in, day out, week in, week out, all year round. I have my own ship. I sold it a few years back, and now I'm sailing with everybody who needs me. So my last sailing trip was 3 months to Spitsbergen in last spring. Sailing for myself is using the wind, just for free, and just you go and you work with the elements. More wind, less wind, rain, everything is coming together. Will I make it? The last trip to Spitsbergen was okay. Every day, check the weather maps and then say, okay, are we going to make that? What's our goal? Oh, we want to go over there. Yeah, but check the weather and things like that. And then finally you make it. That's very satisfying. Well, I'm a meteorologist, so I look at every aspect of pollution and things like that, and weather and climate and things like that. Things changed. Things has changed in the past as well, when there were no humans, no cars, no nothing. But we added to it. We humans added to the pollution, things like that, and the changes. So we have to do something about that. That's as simple as that. If you don't do anything about it, then something stops, or it gets flies out of the corner, or something like that, you say in Dutch. And then things go wrong. And things are already starting that we think, maybe are we already too late? That's the big question. I do everything on bicycle, things like that. And when I buy something, I buy biological things. I don't use much plastic. Everything is sorted, things like that. So I try to do what I can as a small person. I have admiration for, people who go to the North Pole, did expeditions. Ronald Amundsen, is one of them. I read some books of him, and there were several books of polar explorers and things like that. They went there, and they didn't have anything. They just had a compass and a small old radio, and they achieved everything we are achieving today. And that's all these old explorers. They had more grit, I think, than nowadays explorers. We come in with the airplane, and we step over on a luxurious yacht or ship, and then all heated and things like that. And they had nothing. They just went. That's life. Just take it in and do what you can with it. To the future sailors, no, always achieve your goal. Do what you do, and keep looking outside to the weather, things like that. Don't think with all modern technology that's it. Just feel one with nature, and then you'll be all right. Bye.